So you can take your time to log in. Now, let's discuss while you're logging in, we will start discussing speaking module. Now, first of all, I want to say here to everyone that we are in November, and all of you are aware about those changes. You know, those changes, they are going to happen in PT. So what are the changes? Mainly, there's nothing to panic, right? There's nothing to panic. But what is changing is the number of questions. So I'm going to give you a slight overview on that, and then we will move on to speaking module for today's topic. So on 16th November, that is the first day when this change will happen, and then onward, 16th of November 2021 and onwards. Now, first most important thing is the exam, instead of 3 hours, it would be only for 2 hours. That is a major thing, right? Second major thing is there is no toilet break. So remember, Gurpreet, you have done exam before, and yes, there used to be a toilet break between before listening module. So now there is no toilet break at all. Okay. That is another thing. So it is becoming 2 hours instead of 3 hours, right? The rest, everything stays same. So what is not changing is that 20 question types, whatever those 20 question types are there, they still are exactly the same way. Nothing is changing then in terms of the question types. So in speaking, we have a read aloud. For example, in speaking, we have a read aloud, right, followed by repeat sentence. Then we have a describe image, and then we have, what is the fourth one, Gurpreet?
I forgot, sir. Repeat sentence, I think.
Retell lecture. Karam, fifth one? Fifth one? What is the fifth one? So first one is read aloud, second one is repeat sentence, third one is describe image, fourth one is a retell lecture. What is the fifth one? Marina, what is fifth question type in speaking module? Answer short question. Okay.
Oh yeah.
So what was happening before here and what is happening now? So read alouds used to be approximately 6 to 7, right? Nothing is changing, same thing, 6 to 7. Repeat sentence were always 10 to 12, again 10 to 12 from here on 16th of November. Describe image, that's a major change. So we used to have 6 to 7, now we are only going to get 3 to 4 because that's where they're going to save more time. And retell lecture used to be anything between 3 to 5. Now they're changing to 1 to 2, right? And answer short questions used to be 10 to 12. You're only going to get 5 to 6, right? So we also have Pushpa. I think, I'm not sure who that is. Is that, can you please reveal your identity with Pushpa?
Yes, please. Good morning, sir.
Yes. You must be Punia, right?
Yes.
Yeah, that's good. All right. And then we have Marina too. So I'm going to go through initially the changes that are happening from 16th of November and onwards, and then we will discuss today's topic, which is speaking. Okay. So that is the change happening. So here, the major thing you guys are aware, you should be aware of in describe image. Remember, lots of students used to speak anything, right? I have a beautiful image in front of you. Let me have a close look at it. And all those are random templates, which we do not support. We never supported from the day one. I've been teaching PT for last 5 years, and we want to make it simple, but we want to still keep it academic because we want you to pass. Okay. Don't worry about YouTube. What you see on YouTube, everything is not right. Okay. So now that 6 to 7 is changing to 3 to 4. What that means is now you're speaking these questions, read aloud, repeat sentence, they will become very valuable because initially they were diluted by 6 to 7 describe images in which you, even if you do not speak highly academic response, you still get score. But now because that number is reducing, so overall speaking used to be approximately 400 marks. If I add all the scoring criteria, now that will be reduced to approximately 330 or 35. But out of this, the contribution of read aloud, repeat sentence is not changing. So that means it used to be out of 400, it used to be a repeat sentence, and this used to be approximately 220 or 230. Now it is out of 330, it is going to be 220 to 230. So that means their value will change. So you need to up your game in read aloud as well as repeat sentence. That's simply what it means, right?
Yeah, actually, with my exam on I think 11th of November.
Yeah, so you would still do the old pattern. Yeah, so that is not going to affect. So that is this. Now, Marina, do you have a question? Any question on this? Do you understand this whole thing? What I'm trying to say?
No. Yeah.
Okay, so you are saying no and yeah. So tell me what.
No, I don't have any question. I do understand.
You do understand. Okay, so that's fine. And then retail lecture. Now, another thing you're changing is a retail lecture. Again, the same thing. In a retail lecture, even if you spoke keyword, you used to get score, which is going to stay the same. But the problem is the number of questions are changing. So again, read aloud and repeat sentence will carry more value. Okay, answer short question was not very big in terms of scoring, so it won't make a huge difference. Now let's look at now writing module. In writing module, we have two question types: summarize written text, and then we have a write essay. In summarize written text, we used to have 2 to 3 questions, right? A write essay was 1 to 2. So now it is only going to be 1 or maximum 2. Most of the times we expect it to be just 1, and write essay would be mostly 1. Okay, so nothing much changes there. And then after that, you used to have reading module, which is same, and then multiple choice, choose a single answer, then multiple choice, choose a multiple answer. Then we used to have reorder paragraph, right? And then that was reading, fill in the blanks in reading. And then we used to have reading and writing, fill in the blanks. So what is happening here? Initially, we used to get these questions were 2 to 3, again 2 to 3 here, 2 to 3. And then here we used to have anything between 4 to 6, right? And here again 4 to 6. So now, guys, what is changing after this 16th of November and on and after 16th of November? This is going to be only 1 to 2 or mostly 1. 1 to 2, mostly 1. And then rest is staying the same as it is. So what does that mean? Now, MCQs, we used to ask you guys, because MCQs does not carry a lot of score. We used to ask you guys completely skip them and save those 8 minutes. Because if you get 2 of them and 2 of them, you will have approximately, you would otherwise spend almost 8 minutes on them. And if you don't, read the question, and if you skip them completely, no matter where they appear, you used to save 8 minutes, which otherwise you could use here, right? But nowadays, what is going to happen? These are going to be reduced to that. Those 8 minutes buffer is going to be reduced to only 4 minutes, because only you get 1 question here and 1 question here. So again, the value of blanks, reorder paragraph, and this will increase slightly. Does that make sense?
Yeah, if we skip that, do we lose marks?
No, you don't get marked for allocated for those questions, but there's no negative marking to skipping anything. And now we used to have toilet break previously, toilet break. So now there is no toilet break. And then we do listening module, right? In listening module, summarize spoken text is the first question. Usually used to get 2 to 3 of them. Now you will only get 1. Then in that collective time zone where we have 7 different question types, starting with multiple choice, multiple answer, it used to be 2 to 3. Now it is only going to be 1, right? And then we have another question, fill in the blanks, listening, super important. Listening, fill in the blanks, it used to be 2 to 3, no change. So that will stay as it is. And then after that, we used to have highlight correct summary. It used to be again 2 to 3. Now it is going to be only 1 to 2. Right, and then after that we have multiple choice, choose a single answer. It used to be again 2 to 3. Now we are only going to expect 1 to 2. And then we had select missing word, again 2 to 3. It used to be, we are only going to have 1 to 2. Most of the, when I say 1 to 2, they want to keep it 1 only, right? Hardly you would see in any question 2 of them. And then we have highlight incorrect words, a super important question type in listening module. You used to get 2 to 3, that is the same. And then last one is right from dictation, anything between 3 to 5. That is super important question. Most of you are aware of that, and nothing changes there. So only change, major question type that I change is SST. So again, the value of number of SST points, it used to, number of listening points, it used to be like 110 total. Now they are going to be reduced to say close to 90. Then what does what it means is the listening core module. Now the lecture, retail lecture, and as I said, the retail lecture and repeat sentence score will also, especially score from retail lecture will decrease that contribution towards here. That means that the listening core question types, SST, and fill in the blanks and highlight and correct words and write from dictation, they will become super important. Okay, so not to panic, not to worry, you still can get your score, but this is something you guys need to know. We are going to reflect those changes in our mock test, I think from 14th or 13th, we're working on that. So you would see exactly exposure, the people who are going to sit exam on 16th and after, you would be able to see from the mock test. But for now, we have exact mock test as according to the pattern, present pattern of the exam. Any question? All right. Now move on to speaking module. We all are familiar that in speaking module. So when you go to the exam center, you start on your computer, they will log you in. You're going to have 10, 15 speakers there, 10, 15 exam takers. So make sure you are, you know that there is going to be a lot of noise and how to focus in that noise, right? First thing is going to be introduction. So in introduction, you are not scored, but we want all of you to give a good introduction. So now I'm going to ask each of you one by one to introduce yourself. When you introduce yourself, talk about obviously your name, right? And then talk about your qualification, whatever you have studied or you're studying, and then why PT, why you're doing PT. You can say I'm doing it for visa purpose or I'm doing for study purpose and blah, 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 and then hobbies if any. So I'm going to start with Marina. Marina?
Yes, sir.
Yep. Can you introduce yourself, please?
Sure. My name is Marina. I'm from Nepal, and in Nepal, I have done my nursing. So the reason why I choose PTE is to continue my nursing here in Australia.
Yeah, that's good. And then I have another one. Gurpreet?
Yes, sir. My name is Gurpreet Kaur Sidhu. I did my MBA, MPA from Melbourne, and now I'm doing my nursing here in Adelaide. I choose PTE for my visa purpose, and that's it. Thanks.
Good. Yep. And we have Karam.
Hi, this is Karamjeet Kaur Sidhu. I have done my professional accounting for Federation University, and I'm choosing PTE for my visa purpose, and my hobbies are cooking.
That's good. Yep. And then we have Punya.
Good morning. My name is Punya, and I have completed master in community development. I'm doing PT for the visa purpose, and my hobby is reading book.
Yeah, that's good. Now, Punya, last time you had some issues, so let's straight away get onto speaking module now. So first question in speaking, after your introduction, you'll go through a couple of more screens and then you'll enter into read aloud. In a read aloud, what happens? What you have to do is they give you 35 seconds, and then within 35 seconds, you have to look at a prompt. Prompt means lines. Text. Prompt means text. Prompt or text. And all you're supposed to do after 35 seconds are over, your preparation time is over. You're going to hear a beep sound, right? And at the start of beep sound, you just have to read, right? You have to read the passage. You have to read it loud enough to be recorded, right? And you need to speak it without any addition, no addition. Don't do any addition, means don't add any word, right? Don't replace any word, right? And read it naturally. You need to read it naturally as possible, and you just need to reflect the pauses wherever the pauses are. So reflect the pauses. Now, Karam, what kind of pauses we have in a text? What kind of main pauses we have in text?
Like when we are finishing one sentence, and when we're talking like different things,
Yeah. So different sentences. So what do we call that pause? When the sentence finishes, the sentence ends with a, what do we call that? Full stop, right? Or we also call it a period. We also call it period. So when the sentence ends, that's a big pause, right? When the sentence ends. And then another small pause is comma. Any pause, that small pause is comma, or even any hyphen mark, or even any bracket and all that. These are all small pauses.
Okay.
So within the text, you need to reflect while you're reading small pauses and big pauses. Okay, don't add any word, don't replace any word. And if you fumble on any word, don't repeat the word. So if you fumble, what do you need to do? If you fumble, I would say don't repeat the word. Just keep moving on. Okay. The reason is if you fumble and if you repeat the word, you're going to end up adding a word, which gives you low score. Now, very simple word scoring criteria. Scoring in read aloud is in three different uh, criteria. First one is the content. In maximum, you have content marks are 5. So again, you get full marks if you read it smoothly, without any hesitation, without any issues, and pronouncing all the words clearly and ending it properly, right? As natural as possible, you get 5 marks. So this is actually the content that also gets added into your reading module. Remember, this read aloud scores you for reading plus speaking, right? Why do they score you for reading? Punya, why do they score you for reading in this? Why do you think they score you for
Correctly, we read the sentence.
Yeah, because
Sorry.
you're reading. Yeah, so you're reading. If you're unable to recognize the words, you will not be able to read. So that means your reading comprehension is weak. This is why they give you a score for reading here as well as speaking. So this is the content that gets added into your reading. So improvise the content. And then additional criteria are oral fluency and pronunciation. But again, I have to say here, oral fluency and pronunciation are only important when your content is good. So always focus on content. Okay. Once you have finished speaking, normally they give you 40 seconds to record. Most of you are going to be somewhere close to the middle or a little bit next to the middle, which is fine. Some people are naturally slow. Some people are naturally fast. Every person has their own way of speaking. Don't try to make any accent. Speak in your own tone, however you speak, but make sure you speak those words clearly. Another tip here is many students do miss plural sounds. For example, if you're saying students, if you just miss that as part, if you just say student, right, and then you're going to lose points for the content mark if that error is consistent. Similarly, verbs with s sounds in it. For example, if you say goes, so that's a es sound, s sound. For example, he said that if there is a verb reveals, so if you just say reveal, then that is you're going to lose mark for the content. So these are the things we really need to be very, very careful while you're reading. Okay. Now, another common question students ask, sir, should I skip the word if I can't pronounce it? I would say skipping the word would have the same effect as would be there as you speak the word, even if you don't speak it correctly. So I would say speak the word, but only have one attempt at it. Don't repeat it again and again. And when you are in preparation time in 35 seconds, read the prompt aloud and identify what words are difficult. And only those words you put more emphasis in the preparation time. And then when you hear the beep sound, you start speaking again. Does that make sense, guys? Is there any question on this? So without wasting any time, let's jump on to read aloud. So first one is going to be I'm going to give all of you feedback on almost each read aloud. And let's start from say 501 today. So first one is going to be for you, Punya. You can open your screen in the portal too, or you can even read from my screen too, no problems whatsoever. So Punya, you will start with the beep sound, okay? Punya, start. Because you are muted, so I can't hear you.
Oh, can you repeat this one again?
Start, yes.
Because I was muted.
Start.
During the winter, clouds appear in the Arctic and Atlantic atmospheres. These clouds have been observed for over a century, and during most of the time, they were considered the interesting and beautiful but relatively unimportant phenomenon.
So see that it sounds like you are replacing the words, right? You need to be clear. You cannot
Yeah.
replace any word with any other word. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So what I'm
Yeah.
going to do, I'm going to have you to speak again. Okay, start.
During the winter, clouds appear in Arctic and the Antarctic atmosphere. The clouds have been observed for over a century, and during most of that time, they were considered an interesting and beautiful but relatively unimportant phenomenon.
Okay, so here again, I think you made some
So,
different word. You said the, and then this word was difficult for you. Antarctic. How do we say this?
Antarctic.
Antarctic. And there's another one, Arctic.
Yeah.
Antarctic.
Antarctic and Arctic. And this is
Yeah.
stratosphere. Stratosphere.
Stratospheres.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. So Gurpreet on the same prompt.
Yeah. During the winter, clouds appear in the Arctic and the Antarctic stratospheres. These clouds have been observed for over a century, and during most of that time, they were considered an interesting and beautiful but relatively unimportant phenomenon.
Well done. So that was perfect, I would say. No fumble, appropriate stoppages, confidence is there, and your pronunciation was also pretty good. Okay, so I would for this kind of response, I would give full marks.
Thanks, sir.
All right, next one is going to be Marina.
Your dreams are really important about how you feel in your waking life. Feelings that you either don't recognize or have compartmentalized. All of these dreams denote some negativity or have implications of insecurity. Compartmentalized.
Your dreams may actually be telling you something really important about how you feel in your waking life. Feelings that you either don't recognize or have compartmentalized. All of these dreams denote some kind of negativity or have implications of insecurity.
Good job. That was
Thank you, sir.
okay, right? So that was okay. You are working, I think you're working with you're working with those issues. I'm noting, though there were not many words with the E and S sounds, there were only one word here, telling. So I think it was not too bad. You didn't say tailing, you said telling, which was okay. And then how do we say this word?
Which one is that?
Last one.
Insecurity?
Yeah, insecurity, right?
Yeah.
All right. Next one for you. Yeah, 503. Yeah. Keep going, guys. With every read aloud, I want all of you to read that prompt in your mouth or even loud. And if you have any words they are difficult, just ask me. Okay.
Battle or life-threatening. Battle or life-threatening. So, however, medical advice can be
An overdose is when you take a toxic amount of a drug or medicine. It is important to remember that not all overdoses are fatal or life-threatening. However, medical advice should always be sought if overdose is suspected or has occurred.
Okay, so with you, I would say one thing. So all these sounds, not all the R sounds, they become O sounds. Okay, write that in the notebook. Similar thing happens with salt. We don't call it salt, we call it salt. In India, we call it salt. Here we call it salt. Here also with all, we don't call it all, we call it all. Right? And then similarly, always, not always, always. Right? So A sounds, they also change into O sounds. Now I would have Punya on the same prompt, please. So it was a good response, no addition. You're gaining confidence. Okay, a little bit slight, try to be a little bit quicker, right? And then clarity was there, but that those words, fix those words, the pronunciation of those words. Punya? Are you ready?
Yeah, I'm ready.
Just give me a sec, prepare yourself. I'll be right back.
This is when you take a toxic amount of a drug or medicine. It is important to remember that not all overdoses are fatal or life-threatening. However, medical advice should always be sought if overdose is suspected or has occurred.
Okay, so Punya, let's go. Yes. Let's go. Start.
An overdose is when you take a toxic amount of a drug or medicine. It is important to remember that not all overdoses are fatal or life-threatening. However, medical advice should always be sought if overdose is suspected or has occurred.
So this word is not south. We don't want to make that SOU sound. We just say sort. What do we want to say? Sort. Like SOR. Sort. Okay? Sort. Not south. Similarly,
Yes,
on the same tone as bought. The spelling of bought is also BOUGHT, but we don't call it about. We just call it bought. I bought a packet of blah, blah, blah. Right? Okay. And it seems that you are on phone. Are you on phone? Are you attending class from phone?
No, I'm from
You're on computer.
laptop.
Your internet seems to be a little bit unstable. All right. I'm going to click next.
I'm also feeling
It was a reasonable response. Okay. Next one is going to be Marina.
There's a gray area between life and death in which there is a chance and things can happen. We don't explore.
Are you looking at my screen or you have your own portal open, Marina?
I have my own portal open.
That's good. Yeah.
Boundary for fun, but people who are involved in endeavors like free diving do it as pastime. A gray area between life and death in which there is a chance and things can happen. In medicine, we don't explore this boundary for fun, but people who are involved in endeavors like free diving do it as a pastime.
Okay, so which word do you think you had problem with where you have like that typical touch, Nepalese touch? There is one word in the first line.
Gray.
No. How about word between life and what is the next word?
Death.
Yeah, so it is not death, it is death.
Death.
Death, not death. Death,
Death.
not death. So for yeah, that is the problem. Now for you, there's only either day or da. I'm talking of something in between. Death. Death.
Death.
Can you say death?
Death.
Not death. Death. Can
Death.
everyone say death, please? Everyone.
Death.
Death.
Can you say death? Death, not death.
Death.
Not is
Death.
sound, it is a death, but not even death.
Death.
Yes. Yeah, not death, death.
Okay. I can't.
Can you say that? No, you can do it. Death.
Death.
Go better. And then this word, medicine, not medicine, medicine.
Medicine.
Yeah, again, medicine rather than medicine.
Okay.
Right?
Medicine.
Medicine. And then you somehow you had that sure sound here. It is not sure sound. This is just sir sound, normal sir sound. Medicine rather than medicine. It is not shin, it is sin, medicine.
Medicine.
And then this word, pastime.
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 Pastime or pastime.
Pastime. Yeah. Pastime. Just pastime. Not like 2 times T. Not past time. It is just pastime because only T is once. Okay, Simran, your turn. So this is a question type in speaking module. We call it read aloud. In read aloud, what do? You get 35 seconds to prepare that response. And after the beep sound, all you just have to do is to just read that prompt loud. Okay, so I'm going to hit restart button. You get 35 seconds to prepare. We generally ask students to just speak in that as well so that you can identify difficult words. When you hear the beep sound, speak it properly. Don't add any word, don't replace any word, right? You should not hesitate, you should not fumble, but reflect your pauses. Small pauses are commas, your full pauses are your full stops and period. Okay, there we go. Restart. You haven't done PT before, right? That's fine. This is very, very interesting for you because this question type gives you score for speaking as well as reading. This is the first question type in speaking. Okay, let's have a go. I'll make the screen a little bit bigger. I want you to read this aloud in this time as well. Start when you're ready with the beep sound.
There is a gray area between life and death in which there is a chance and things can happen. In medicine, we don't explore this boundary for fun, but people who are lived in endeavors like freediving do it as a pastime.
That's good. Punjabi, you speak Punjabi. Pehli baar hai ta tusi, you just missed that. Involved. It should be involved. You just completely missed it. You spoke some different word. Okay. Sometimes that happens because I'm putting you under a little bit of stress. You're in the class for the first time and I'm challenging you with this, which is okay, but your reading seems to be pretty clear. Okay. Next one is going to be for Gurpreet. Gurpreet, you have to unmute yourself when you start speaking because you had noise.
31 seconds, yeah. Domestication is a sustained multi-generational relationship in which one group of organisms assumes a significant degree of influence over the reproduction and care of another group to secure a more predictable supply of resources from that second group.
so what happened? Now there was no full stop in between. That's
there is no
breathe. So don't connect your reading with your breathing. Okay, breathing is separate. Breathing is a natural process that will keep going. But don't connect your breathing with your reading.
Domestication is a sustained multi-generational relationship in which one group of organisms assumes a significant degree of influence over the reproduction and care of another group to secure a more predictable supply of resources from that second group.
Well done. That was pretty good. So in the first go, when you were just doing practice, I thought you were trying to finish the whole thing within your one breath. Don't connect your speaking with your breathing. Breathing is let it go in between. Like breathing is actual, right? Speaking with the read aloud. Just so that was a pretty good response. So Karam on the same one. Make yourself comfortable. When you're ready.
Application is a sustained multi-generational relationship in which one group of organisms assumes a significant degree of influence over the reproduction and care of another group to secure a more predictable supply of resources from that second group.
Yep. So Karam, you don't seem to have any issues in reading. Just be a little bit more confident. I would like to have a little bit more volume, right? You have like typical female like that voice, which is okay. But just be more confident when you speak. Be more confident.
Last 2 times when I gave the exam, I haven't done any practice.
Yeah. And then this feedback, the feedback you get here. So I'm putting my 5 years experience in it, right? So the feedback you get, rely on this feedback in the class, because no computer software gives you feedback like this, because computer softwares are designed to test you, but not give you feedback. So for feedback, just rely in class, especially for speaking. Okay, so it was a good response, but there was a little bit of monotonous in your tone. So I would go like this. Domestication is a sustained multi-generational relationship in which one group of organisms assumes a significant degree of influence over the reproduction and care of another group to secure a more predictable supply of resources from that second group. So a little bit of intonation with your thing. Okay, so it was a tricky one this time because there's only one full stop in the end. It just the whole thing is one sentence. So next one is going to be for Marina. And Marina, I can mark those words for you where you're going to have problem, not American.
Yep,
that's good. And no, not represent. Yep. And I think you're going to have issue here. You're going to say it developed. No, it is not developed. It is developed. Yeah, developed.
E-commerce.
And similarly here, reflection. That's fine. Reflection is fine. Here you are going to have problem. You're going to say it's saturated. So it is not saturated. It is saturated.
Saturated. Okay.
Saturated. Okay. Start when you're ready.
American consumers represent?
Say how you say it.
Okay.
Start from beginning.
Okay. American consumers represent one of the largest and most developed e-commerce markets, and their values may be a reflection of a saturated marketplace with many trusted options. Americans tend to identify as deal seekers. Price point is usually the most important purchase consideration, with free shipping right behind it.
Okay, so here again, I knew you said again tend, not tend, tend. Yep, tend, yeah. Right? And then this word was not purchase. That was not quite clear. That is purchase. Yeah, purchase. And this one represent. Represent. You did really well with the develop. A lot of students struggle with this word. Develop. Very simple word, but some people say developed. Some people say this and that. The right pronunciation for this word is develop. Develop.
How is that represent?
Represent. Yeah.
Represent.
Yeah. Represent. Represent or represent.
Present.
Represent.
Right.
Oh, that's fine. You want to take call?
Yeah.
That's fine. You're right.
Okay, thank you.
Next one is going to, on the same prompt, I'm going to have Punya. Punya, ready? Ready when you're ready, start speaking and you
Yeah, I'm ready now.
yourself. Yeah, you are.
Shall I start?
Yep.
American consumers represent one of the largest and most developed e-commerce markets, and their values may be a reflection of a saturated marketplace with many trusted options. Americans tend to identify as deal seekers. Price point is usually the most important purchase consideration, with free shipping right behind it.
Yeah. So just this word, Americans. It sounded like you missed that plural sound here. Yeah.
Americans, yeah.
Yeah. Your read aloud does not seem to be too bad. Okay. It's reasonably good. Okay.
But
Next.
still, I think I have to improve it.
Maybe repeat sentence, or you're in, you're giving problem. You have problems with others. Okay. Karam.
Same one.
Yeah. Next one.
Kicking or punching during sleep may be caused by smoking, heat injury, or pesticide. According to a new study, smoking, heat injury, pesticide exposure, farming, and this education may be risk.
Start.
Kicking or punching during sleep may be caused by smoking, head injury, or pesticide use. According to a new study, smoking, head injury, pesticide exposure, farming, and less education may be risk factors for a rare sleep disorder that cause people to kick or punch during sleep.
That causes. You missed a few words there, and then again kicking or punching, and then you started again. So if that happens in the exam, that means you're adding 3 extra words in your response, so your content score will drop down. Okay, that's how it works in the exam. Okay, so what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you another opportunity. Okay.
Kicking or punching during sleep may be caused by smoking, head injury, or pesticide use. According to a new study, smoking, head injury, pesticide exposure, farming, and less education may be risk factors for a rare sleep disorder that causes people to kick or punch during sleep.
Much better.
Yeah, that's because of I got paralyzed attack there.
Oh,
Like,
sometimes you have sleep. Okay. Okay. Right. When was it? Long time back?
Yes, that was 2 months ago.
2 months ago.
That was little bit, but not.
Yeah, I know. Oh. Right. Gurpreet,
Yes, sir.
go for it.
Okay. Kicking or punching during sleep may be caused by smoking, head injury, or pesticide use. According to a new study, smoking, head injury, pesticide exposure, farming, and less education may be risk factors for a rare sleep disorder that causes people to kick or punch during sleep.
Well done. So that was perfect response. No issues whatsoever. Okay. Next one is going to be again Punya. So this first word is very tricky. Avalanche. Okay. Let me bring it up for you. Avalanche. So do we know what is avalanche?
Avalanche.
Avalanche.
Okay.
Avalanche. Do you know what it is? Glacier. Yeah.
Okay.
In the areas where we have a lot of snow, when the snow, not because of melting, but just when the snow becomes heavy, it just, from the cliffs of mountains, it just drops, and it's in very big masses. And due to avalanche, in hilly areas where we have a lot of snow, people even die and they get buried under the ice and stuff. And it is very common in India, in the region of that border between India and Pakistan, in Leh, Ladakh and stuff. So yeah. So all right, start when you're ready. That's for Punya. Punya,
An avalanche. Shall I start now? Yeah.
show.
An avalanche is a rapid flow of snow down a hill or mountain. Avalanches can be set off spontaneously by such factors as increased precipitation or snowpack weakening, or by external means such as humans, animals, and earthquakes. Primarily composed of flowing snow and air, large avalanches have the capacity to capture and move ice, rocks, and trees.
Yeah, so when you have like difficult words, you tend to replace, right?
Capability.
Yeah, capability. And then you miss that plural sound. Yes.
Avalanches.
Yeah, so just keep those plural sounds with together. Okay. Same.
How,
Yep.
how do we spell for the precipitation, or how do we
Yeah, precipitation. This one.
precipitation?
Yeah, precipitation. Precipitation simply means rain. Okay.
Yeah.
Precipitation means.
What, I have a question. For example, when we reading these lines at that time, how fast or how slow we have to read this one?
I think your speed seems to be okay to me, because that seems to be very natural to me. So you can read it. Some people are naturally slow, some people are naturally fast, some people are average. So you cannot read it something like this. An avalanche is a rapid flow of snow down a hill or mountain. Avalanches can be set off spontaneously by such factors as increased precipitation or snow. You cannot read it like that, right? Because
So how is my
you're speaking
my flow is
yeah, your speed and your control is okay, acceptable. It's not.
okay?
It's not
Okay,
slow.
okay. Just I want to know about this.
Yeah, no, that is
yeah.
perfect. What
Okay,
was your
that's
speaking score last time?
fine. Thank you. It was very low. I think 49 or something like this.
Were you scared?
Yeah, I think so, because I couldn't control myself.
Yeah, that's it. You were so anxious. You were so tense. So you kind of forgot everything. So for you, Punya, I would say mock test. Expose yourself with the mock test, because you go through the same thing again and again.
Yeah, okay.
Speaking
Yeah.
only mock test. Even if you don't get score for them, that's fine. You just do practice so that you know what you actually do in the exam. So you
Okay.
expose yourself to the same conditions again and again. Okay.
So to get the marks, we have to be focused on the speaking.
Yes, speaking super
then,
important. Especially this question is so important. You're going to get 6 to 7 of them. Okay.
Okay, that's fine. Okay.
All right, Marina, on the same one, please.
Okay. An avalanche is a rapid flow of snow down a hill or mountain. Avalanches can be set off spontaneously by such factors as increased precipitation or snowpack weakening, or by external means such as humans, animals, and earthquakes. Primarily composed of flowing snow and air, large avalanches have the capability to capture and move ice, rocks, and trees.
Yep. Okay, well done. So now those words, difficult words for you.
Set.
Okay, so set off, not set off, set off, set.
Set.
Yeah, set. And then again, precipitation, not precipitation, precipitation.
Yeah, I speak and then I realize.
Yeah, so precipitation. And then this word was not clear. How do you say this?
Which one is that?
This one?
Ear.
How come it is ear, dear? Ear is E-A-R. This is air.
Ear.
Not ear, air.
Air?
Yeah,
Air.
air.
Ear?
Ear is this. This is air.
Okay. Air.
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 Sidhu, go for it. Rest everything was fine.
Okay, thank you, sir.
And avalanches is
So we say this not precipitation, we say precipitation, yeah?
Yes, not precipitation. Yeah. Precipitation.
We have to, you mean that in
So these are like,
all
I know.
later,
Yeah, Pune, you and even Marina, both of you come from same background. So all the you guys have problem with E sounds.
Yeah.
So you actually,
So this means yeah, we have to yeah.
yeah. So you have, for example, here, this is not precipitation. It is, so for example, this becomes a set off, not set off, set off, set. It is just the difference between opening your mouth when you speak set. When I speak set, I open my lips to set. But when I speak set, I don't open lips much because my lips are mostly frozen when I speak set. Most of the sound comes from my, but when I say set, my lips also open. So you're that those vowel sounds, they're not reflected properly um, if you do not put enough stress on them, right? Okay. All right, let's go, Sidhu.
An avalanche is a rapid flow of snow down a hill or mountain. Avalanches can be set off spontaneously by such factors as increased precipitation or snowpack weakening, or by external means such as humans, animals, or and earthquakes, primarily composed of flowing snow and air. Large avalanches have the capability to capture and move ice, rocks, and trees.
So you had fumbles.
Yeah.
Yeah, you had fumbles. So precipitation, how do we say that word?
Precipitation.
Yeah, precipitation. And then spontaneously, you didn't.
Spontaneous.
Yeah, yeah. So you struggled with that word. That was spontaneously. Do you know what is the meaning of spontaneously?
Smoothly.
This is not smoothly, no. Spontaneously. If you don't know the meaning, what do we do?
Search.
Search. Simple. So go to Google and search. Because if I search it for you, then you won't remember next time.
That's a result of a sudden.
Yes, so spontaneously means suddenly or quickly, you know. So for example, if I ask you guys, for example, repeat sentence is very spontaneous. Means you listen and you have to suddenly speak back. There's not a lot of time. So that is spontaneous. Yeah. We can also call it, sometimes we can also use another word as a synonym, instantaneous. Instantaneous, more or less the same thing, instantaneous. Instantaneous. Okay, Gurpreet on the same one.
Okay, sir. Okay. An avalanche is a rapid flow of snow down a hill or mountain. Avalanches can be set off spontaneously by such factors as increased precipitation or snowpack weakening, or by external means such as humans, animals, and earthquakes, primarily composed of flowing snow and air. Large avalanches have the capability to capture and move ice, rocks, and trees. Sorry.
You had a couple of fumbles there, but
Yeah.
if that fumble is only one off and in 7 read alouds, it won't make any difference in your score. You still get maximum score. So remember, but if you have like 2, 3 in every read aloud, then that's a big problem.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So it was quite clear. Now we are going to switch to repeat sentence, the next part of the session. Okay. So we have a repeat sentence. Now, repeat sentence is very important, right? Because in repeat sentence, you listen to the sentence, right? And then you have 1 second preparation time, and then you just speak the sentence, right? So there's not a lot of time to make notes and do a lot of things, right? Yeah. However, we want to do when you're, so sentence, 1 second gap, 1 second gap, and then you have to record your response. But remember, when this sentence is in play, after that you get 1 second and your audio recording opens. Your audio recording will not shut itself if there is a silence for more than 3 seconds. It will shut itself if there is a silence for more than 3 seconds, right? 3 seconds. So I would say you have 1 second here and up to, if not 3 seconds, at least 2 seconds here. So you have 1 second plus 2 3 seconds time at least, 2 to 3 seconds time at least for you guys to understand the sentence. Remember, in repeat sentence, if you don't understand, you can't speak back. So let the sentence sink in. Rather than running after words, try to get the sentence. When we talk about a sentence, there are 3 or 4 meaningful chunks: subject, verb, object, and other words, which is modifier for part. So always listen to keywords in each part, right? Subject, verb, object, and modifier. Always write to the keywords in each part, right? When you're listening to the sentence. So who was doing the action? That's your subject. What was the action happening? That's your verb part. And what was it affecting? That's your object part. And were there any other words in between or not? Okay, so listen to the sentence, listen, understand, speak back. When you speak back, speak it fluently. Don't stop in the middle.
Yeah.
Right? If you forget 1 or 2 words towards the end, don't worry about it. Just speak something, whatever you understood was the sentence. Okay, it is so prompt. You're going to get 10 to 12 of them. And then repeat sentence will give you a lot of score, approximately 32 marks in speaking module, and at least 20 marks in your listening module. This is like make or break the game. In the exam, you get 10 to 12 of them. One after another, one after another. Yeah. Another important thing is from read aloud, when you switch to repeat sentence, all of a sudden you should understand now you have switched to repeat sentence. There is not going to be any screen in between. So from last read aloud, when you click next, you will jump on to repeat sentence. Be ready. Obviously, read aloud screen looks like altogether different, because in read aloud, you have prompt here in the form of text, but in repeat sentence, you just have 2 boxes, 1 box here and 1 box here. So you can easily figure out how the screens look. Okay. All right, let's move. So first few repeat sentences are going to be for Punya. Just give me a sec, not this one. I'm going to shift it to 900 from here.
It's
Punya.
not easy to find a
This is the first one for you, Punya. Unmute yourself.
1/4 of the marks in a project are earmarked for proper analysis.
I couldn't hear properly.
You couldn't hear properly. Do you want me to restart this? Here we go.
Yeah.
1/4 of the marks in a project are earmarked for proper analysis.
1/4 of the project analysis. I couldn't hear properly, that's why.
So 1/4 of the marks in a project are remarked, or sorry, are earmarked for proper analysis. Or they're saying 1/4 of the marks in a project. Remember, in the exam, you're going to get real audios. You're not going to get audios which are computer generated. So real audios have better intonation. Okay. Next one for you again.
Yeah.
You should include your picture and identity number in the application form.
Actually, I have an interruption every time in my laptop. I don't know why.
Okay. So do you want to play
That's
the
why
audio?
breaking the.
Yeah. Do you want to play the audio yourself and give a response? So go to 902. Play the audio yourself. We will listen your audio and you give response too.
1 second. Yeah.
Yep. Are you ready?
I'm searching here. 1 second.
Yeah. So if you're not ready, then I'm going to get someone else to do it while you're organizing this.
Yeah.
Okay. So how about you,
Next one I will do.
Marina? Can you hear me, Marina?
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah. So say yes, not yes. Yes.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Yes, I can hear you. Not yes. Again, that E and A.
Yeah. Yes, I can hear you.
No, I know what I'm doing. Okay. And I want to make sure that you pass your exam next time. Because if I don't pick on you on these tiny things, that's the difference between 65 and 64.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yes.
Yes. Good. All right. So from 901, 902 to 90, 2, 3, 4, 5. 5. You play audio from yourself. We listen your audio and your responses.
Okay.
Okay. From 902 to 905.
Okay. I'll start now.
Yep. Straight away.
60% of students admit they are scared of public speaking.
60% of students admit that they are fear speaking in public.
Good job. So you made up for the sentence. So 60% of the students admit they are scared from public speaking. Well done. So you made up for the sentence. That's good. Next one. I'm not playing my audio. You are playing your audio. I'm just changing the screens here.
When you have chronic stress, your body stays alert even though there is no danger.
When you have chronic stress, your body may stay alert even when you have something.
Even when you had danger, don't say something, right? It is not going to be anywhere close to the answer. Speak something what you think is the answer, but it was a good response, I would say.
Another one? Another.
Yep. Next one again. Yep.
Each person inherits a unique combination of genes from both parents.
Each person have unique combination of gene from its parents or one's parents. Something.
From both parents, and each person inherits, not have, inherits. Inherit means you take it from your mothers and fathers, right? Your mother and father.
Inherits, yeah.
Each person inherits a unique combination of genes from both parents.
Parents.
So your repeat sentence is not too bad because you are understanding the sentence, okay? But pay attention to its complete accuracy so that you end up getting full marks, full possible marks. Okay, Punya, are you organized?
Yeah, which number I have to do?
905 to at least 34. Keep going unless I ask you to stop. Okay, 905. You can change the number from here. 905. There you go. I'm not playing from here, but you're playing your own audio from your side.
Okay. Company expect research project.
Okay, what number was it? Was it 905?
No. It came different one.
What number do you have on screen?
It shows number 1.
Yeah, so you don't want number 1, né? You wanted to have number 905. Do you know how to, can you see my screen? Are you able to see my screen?
Yeah.
Yep, so you can select number from here. So while you're organizing this, I'm going to pass this on to you, to Sidhu. She's in class. Okay, so you organize that stuff. So you can go from 905 to next and next.
Okay.
Not for you, Punya. You just stay there. She's doing, we have a student in the class. Yeah.
It's expected to be.
Yeah. So that's where it is going to be tricky. You cannot afford to lose anything. So companies expect university research departments to be involved in their projects. Okay, next one. So revise this, restart this, and I want you to do this again.
Company is expected to research department
Yeah, so very weak. Yep. So here you need to say what the sentence was. Companies expect university research departments. So company is my subject. They expect. What do they expect? Research, university research departments to be involved in their projects.
Company expect.
Yeah, can you read that?
Company expect the university research department to be involved in their project.
Yeah, can you read that again?
Companies expect the university research department to be involved in their projects.
Can you see that again? Say that again.
Companies expect university research departments to be involved in their projects.
Can you say that again?
Companies expect the university departments to be involved in their projects.
Okay, next one.
There is a real reason for poverty of lack of education.
So accuracy in a sentence. You need to have accuracy, good accuracy if you want to get maximum in this. So the sentence was the real reason for global poverty is the lack of good education. Right? So the look at the sentence or how the sentence is organized. So the real reason, right, for global poverty, that's my subject. Is my verb. The lack of good education. The real reason for global poverty is the lack of good education. Okay, click next. Is the internet slow?
Yes, that's
Do you want me to play the audio from here?
That's fine. Results of this semester will be published on next Monday.
Yeah, results of the semester will be published on next Monday. That's good. Okay, now Punya, are you organized? Hello? Are you organized, Punya? Can you hear me? Please unmute yourself.
Sorry, sir. There is something issue in my this laptop. I don't know what happened
That's
because
fine.
when I click this one, it comes other one.
Okay, that's fine. So how about you, Gurpreet? Gurpreet?
Yes, sir. You just
Yeah, I'll play from my side. That's
yeah,
fine.
yeah. I'll try.
Okay, here we go.
The lecture on communication skills has been deferred.
I don't know what she said. One more time, please.
In the exam, there's no more.
Communication has been.
Yeah, so the lecture on communication skills has been deferred. The lecture on deferred. How do we say?
Deferred.
Deferred. The lecture on
Yep.
communication skills has been deferred. Next one.
Yeah.
Constitutional monarchy is a part of Belgium's parliamentary democracy.
No, sir, I don't know. I'm very bad in repeat sentences.
You didn't even understand even a single word?
No, I understand some of the words, but you know.
Constitution monarchy is a part of Belgium's parliamentary democracy.
Constitutional. Yeah.
Yeah. So constitutional monarchy is a part of Belgium's parliamentary democracy. Okay, restart. Same one.
Constitutional monarchy is a part of Belgium's parliamentary democracy.
Constitutional monarchy is a part of Belgium's democracy.
Belgium's parliamentary democracy.
Parliamentary democracy.
Next one.
There will be unlimited opportunities for graduates after their course is over.
There will be a lot of opportunities for the graduates.
Yep. So again, you need to work with this. If you want the maximum contribution towards your lesson, we need maximum out of your repeat sentence content.
Yes.
Okay. So there will be unlimited opportunities for graduates after their course is over. There would be, wahan par hongi, right? There would
Yeah.
be limited opportunities for graduates after their course is over. Next one.
Yeah.
This is the second time you have requested for an extension to tuition fee payment.
This is the second time you asked for extension for your fee payment.
Yep. So you just made up for the sentence. There were a few words missing. This is the second time you have requested for an extension to tuition fee payment. So you made up for the meaning, which is good. You might get 3 for the content in this sentence, but if that happens consistently, then probably they'll reduce your score.
Yeah.
Okay, next one.
To score high in your essay, you need to add some good quotes.
For score high in your essay, you need to add some good words.
Yeah, so it was good quotes.
Good quotes. Yeah.
Okay. So I would say, Punya, I would like you to just go ahead with some repeat sentences, how I play here, okay? I'm not sure what's the problem with your thing. Are you ready? Please unmute yourself.
Yeah, ready.
There we go.
For a clear understanding, you need to explain how your findings are interlinked.
Understanding, you need to find out how you explain.
So this is your problem. So for a clear understanding, you need to explain. So now you are only speaking 3 or 4 words out of a 12 or 15 words long sentence. So your content score is going to be just 1 or even less. Okay. So focus on the sentence. We need at least, if you want to pass with 50 plus score, we need at least 50 or 70% of the sentence. Okay. Here only your one single word correct was just explained, but it doesn't say anything. The sentence was, for a clear understanding, you need to explain how your findings are interlinked. Next one again.
We are privileged to have the renowned professor to join our faculty.
We are privileged to renown and join our faculty.
Yes, so we are privileged to have, to have what? A renowned professor. To do what? To join our faculty. So again, you are staying in one in terms of content, even in the easy sentences. So this is something you need to work with. 20, 25, 30 sentences every day. You go through the sentence, you record your response. Okay. If you don't understand it, restart it, redo it. Check the thing, check your the score, check your how many words you got right. Okay. One more.
Yeah.
What is the most effective way of interaction between teachers and students in class?
I couldn't understand properly.
Yeah, so that's the problem, right? So what is the most effective way of interaction between teachers and students in the class? Right, this is actually a question, right? So, but it is a part of a repeat sentence. Yeah.
Yeah.
Next one.
When I started my school, I faced challenges similar to those you are facing now.
when I started school, there is a similar problem I face.
Yeah, so now you understood the sentence, but when it comes down to the accuracy, you are you're failing to speak the sentence in the similar way. So when I started my school, I faced challenges similar to those you are facing now. Look at that construction or structure of that sentence. When I started my school, then comma, I faced challenges similar to those you are facing now. Can you read that?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, read it. What do you see on screen? Just read it.
One second.
Can you read it? What do you see on the screen?
When I started my school, I faced challenges similar to those you are facing now.
Okay, now redo it.
When I started my school, I faced challenges similar to those you are facing now.
Go.
When I started my school, you are facing now.
So this is what you need to improvise on. Okay. So
Yeah.
guys, I'm going to leave the class just until here today. This lecture is being recorded. I'm going to post it on that portal video section as well for the students who are not able to attend evening session. There's no evening session today because Gulin ma'am, she's not well today. So no evening session. So what I'm going to do, you guys must, if I have identified your errors, now you know where your errors are, we need to work with them. If your repeat sentence is weak, we need to improvise on repeat sentence, because this question is super important for your score in listening as well as your speaking. So for you as well as Gurpreet, if you're going for that 79 plus score, then repeat sentences contribution towards your listening is almost 20.
Yep.
If your repeat sentence is not strong, then out of that 20, if you don't score at least 18 or 19, you're going to miss your 79 in listening.
Yeah.
Okay? And similar thing happens in your write from dictation too. Remember, in write from dictation, it is same like repeat sentence, you listen and write. That's another important question type. So most of you, I believe today, except Marina, all of you are weak in repeat sentence. You're just kind of giving up. In some sentences you are, but remember, there are going to be 10 to 12 sentences, 6 to 7 are going to be comparatively easy. There are going to be 3 or 4 or 5 of them, which would be a bit longer and trickier and would be slightly off the topic.
Yeah.
So I would say 15 to 20 repeat sentences every day, no matter what.
Yeah.
Preparing for PT. So when you do the sentence, when you repeat, when you practice with repeat sentence, so what should you do? So you play the sentence, you record your response, listen to your response, compare it with the script given, and then restart and record it again and compare it with the script given, and unless you get it right. Because what we want to get is we don't want to just do a formality. But sir, I've practiced 20 repeat sentences, but if you do the same, you cannot do them again. You cannot make them right anyway, right? So make sure when you practice, you are revising them in this way. So now you can see on portal, we have 1019 and many of them, they are repeated. So if you do like 20, 25 every day, within 3 to 4 weeks, you will be able to finish all of them.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Good luck, guys. Any questions?
No, good, sir. Thank you.
Yeah. So yes, Punya, for you, repeat sentence, super important.
Yeah, okay, I will do this.
15 to 20 to 30.
If I complete a repeat sentence.
Yeah, if you are able to do repeat sentence properly, then you can lift your score from 50 to 60 and even 60 to 70. But
so if we do 300 repeat sentence, is it good?
Yeah, 300 from the end then. If you want to do 300, then prioritize the one towards the end. So start from like 1019 and track your way backward until 819 or 719. Okay.
7. So
yeah, from 7.
I have to start from 7. Sorry.
Yeah, 700 plus, you can say. Okay.
Yeah, sorry. There is so much interruption. I couldn't hear you properly. Anyway, I will follow the instruction.
Yeah. So what I said that if you want to do 300 repeat sentences, you must prioritize 700 until 1019. Right? Last 300 means you must. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
All right. Good luck. Thank you. I'll see you guys in tomorrow's class.
Thank you very